Okay, we're out here with the Minelab Manticore once again, and we are going to be running our Relic settings on a couple of tests. Now again, these tests are not golden, and try your own tests to see how they work. This is just what I am seeing with my Relic program setup. So just if you're interested in those settings, go check out Southern Relic Adventures and go check out our custom Ferris limit settings. And you can go there, watch the videos, set the machine up the way that we have it, and then go out and test it and then try it out for yourself and see what you think. But these are the relic hunting settings that I have been using, and what I've been finding tons and tons of artifacts and relics with are these particular settings. So we've got a whole menagerie of tests that we're going to show you. We are going to be using, the program is based off of all-terrain low conductors. We are running a recovery speed of 6, and we've got our sensitivity at 23 right now. And then of course we are running our custom Ferris limits as well. We do have the iron turned off so you can hear the targets, and we're going to go through this series of tests, and we're actually going to turn on them and go back over them too, as well as show you a little bit about the depth of this machine with the 9-inch coil, which is what we have set up here. So real quick, let's you can see the target set up in front of me just to show you guys what we got going on here. We've got a silver dime next to a colonial nail. We got a flat button next to a colonial nail. We got another flat button next to a colonial nail, but this time the button or the nail has been raised 1.5 inches up. We have a mercury dime beside a colonial nail, and it is raised 1.5 inches up. We've got a nice big quarter-size flat button 2 inches elevated next to a colonial nail. We've got a buffalo nickel raised up 3 inches beside a colonial nail. We've got a mercury dime that is between 2 pieces of colonial nails, and these are all hand forged nails. And then we've got a gold emblem with a colonial nail above it. So all of these, do they mean anything? Well, yeah, they do in a roundabout way, because again, you guys can sort of get an idea, but the main thing is going to be what you see in the field. And of course, you don't know what's in the ground a lot of times, but this can give you a general idea of what might work and what you might want to try out. And again, I'm not saying that these settings will work for you. They may not, but this is what I've been using, and you guys have seen what I've been finding. So stay tuned, and we're going to run the test. Okay, we got our machine set up. Again, we're running a recovery of 6. We're running our sensitivity at 23. We're running all-terrain low conductors. And again, not saying that this is the setup that you need to be using. It's just what I use. So stay tuned, and let's go over this test. We walked through the targets. The first one is going to be a silver dime next to a colonial nail. Again, sensitivity on 23. And we get a 53-52. Next one is a flat button next to a colonial nail. You guys can see it. And we're reading a 37 on the screen, 32. Hits it with no problem. Next one is a 1.5 inch elevated colonial nail above a flat button. 46. Hits it pretty well. Then we have a 1.5 inch elevated mercury dime with a colonial nail above it. See, it's dragging that VDI down. 37, 38. Next, we have a 2 inch elevated nail above a flat button. And the next one is a very hard target. This is a buffalo nickel with a 3-inch elevated nail beside it. No problem at 45. That's what we're getting. Next, we have a mercury dime between 2 pieces of colonial nail. 47, 48. And then our last target here is this gold, 10 karat gold emblem beside a colonial nail. Okay, so we just went through all of those. So now what we're going to do is we're going to turn on these, okay? So let's turn on them and let's see what we get here. We got a 20. This one's hard with these 2 nails surrounding it because there's nail down at the bottom. 47. And there's nail at the top. Hard to get over. All right, next one is our 3-inch buffalo nickel. Again, very hard target. Hard to hit it. We can lift it. And we might can get a little bit of hit. Again, this nail. There it is. And that's about all we can get out of that one. That's a tough target for sure. Then we have a 2-inch elevated nail above a flat button. Hits it pretty good. And then we have our mercury dime with a 1.5-inch elevated nail. No problem. Then we have a flat button, 1.5-inch elevated nail. 27 on the meter. We got a flat button next to a colonial nail. No problem. And then we got a silver dime next to a colonial nail. No problem. So really the only one it sort of struggles with is this buffalo nickel. Does good coming down the barrel, but when we turn on it, because it's elevated, and it's coming in a little better. That one's the one that's a little bit tough. So that's the one that gives it the bugaboo. But a lot of machines would struggle with that. We're going to go over to our test garden, showing you a little bit about depth. We got a mercury dime buried 8 inches here. Y'all hear that? Next, we got a nickel buried 8 inches here. 22, 23, 24. Then we have we got a mercury dime buried 10 inches. Oh, I'm sorry, that's a quarter buried 10 inches. And then we got a 12-inch silver quarter buried here. Which is a hard one to hit at that depth. And the IDs are pretty solid though. 91, 92 is what it's showing up. So that's a walk through these testing scenarios. And once again, let me remind you that these tests help in a roundabout way. But again, don't take these to be the end all to be all. The best way to go out is to run it, see how you're seeing it perform out in the field. These tests can give you an indication of what it might do, but again, things act a lot weirder when they get in the ground. And again, you don't know the orientation of the nails, you don't know the orientation of trash, where the target's located, how the target's turned. There's so many variables to go into it. But this is why, though, I have settled on all-terrain low conductors on the Minelab Manticore and running the 9-inch coil. And you guys can see, just as I ran through all of these tests, that this thing does really, really well on those particular tests. So, you know, take it for what it's worth. Go out, do your own testing. I would strongly suggest that. And then take your machine out in the field and see how it performs for you, to make sure that it's something that is, you know, suits your hunting style, your sight, and so on. And again, you might have to adjust some settings, but you can check our custom Ferris limit settings out on our channel, and we will try to post that link in the video for you guys to click on it and check it out if you're interested and you got a Minelab Manticore. And by the way, the Minelab Manticore is on sale right now for $12.99 till April 30th, and this is today is April the 12th, 2025, so you got about 18 days if you're interested in the Manticore at $12.99, as probably that price is going to go up after April 30th, so might be a great time to grab one of these machines. Again, fantastic machine, beautiful screen, very great response as far as the audio goes, and again, very light, easy to use, just a lot of good things about the Manticore that I think you will like. And the audio, again, is really, really good on this machine as well, and you guys can hear it over these targets. But again, if you're interested, check it out. And thank you for watching. If you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button. We would greatly appreciate it. And check out all of our other content on Southern Relic Adventures. We've got tons of Minelab Manticore stuff. We've got hunts. We've got educational videos. We got all kinds of things for everybody, from beginner all the way up to advanced. So go check out our channel. We would appreciate that as well. Hopefully everybody's having a great and fantastic day, and we will catch you on our next adventure. Thanks for watching.